Hey everyone, welcome to another video. In this video, we are going to talk about LinkedIn. I posted on my Instagram story that, hey, I'm doing a video on LinkedIn. Why don't you hop on and send me the questions? And 8,500 people saw it, hundreds of people put in their questions, and these are the top 30 or so questions I selected, which I think make sense and which were not repetitive. So if you're not following me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. This is a shameless plug. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider that after watching this video. I would be really grateful. I also launched a website called gradical.com to help out international students. Templates for your CVs, for your resume, a Power Verb document, everything will be linked in the description. Go check it out. Okay, question number one. How do I get LinkedIn Premium for free? I'm giving value to you guys already. All right, what you would want to do is you would want to go on LinkedIn, look it up, look up a simple thing, hashtag LinkedIn Premium. That's all you have to do. So a lot of LinkedIn employees get 6 months of free LinkedIn as a benefit to their job. And when COVID hit, a lot of these employees started giving away these coupons. So what you want to do is go on the search tool, search for hashtag LinkedIn Premium, and all of these posts will show up. Now, as you can see, I'm okay. This person is all out of premium stuff. All right, this person, Tiernan O'Connor, he's saying, I will share the subscription with you. I have a limited number of subscriptions, so we'll give it to those who I feel benefit from it the most. LinkedIn Premium Job Search Job Seeker. You see 89 people has liked it, so there's chances that there are still LinkedIn Premium left. As you can see, there are a bunch of other people who are giving away LinkedIn Premium for free. Um, a big shout out to LinkedIn. You will have to just go through these. You'll just have to go through these posts. I'm gonna just do post here on selection up here, and then just go through these posts and start looking up for LinkedIn Premium. And it's going to be a little ask. What you can do is I've created a template here. I'm going to read off that template. You can post that into the template, see if the person is going to give you LinkedIn for free. Okay. As a member of LinkedIn team, I have the ability to give 6 months of free LinkedIn Premium. If you, a family member or a friend are facing employment uncertainty, please direct message me. I'll provide them with premium membership through LinkedIn platform. And this is a 6 months premium membership. And this person only has 25 likes. So you have a great chance to get LinkedIn Premium for free. Look at it that way. I have a LinkedIn template here which you can use. I came across the update about LinkedIn Premiums being available to its employees. I've been posting great content based upon my personal experience with my little community, and premium account will continue to let me do so along with my job search process. Please consider me for the same. It's a simple message. You can add it in a note. It's less than 240 characters or whatever the limit on LinkedIn notes is, and that's how you can get LinkedIn Premium for free for at least 6 months. And it is valued at $180, $30 per month. That's how. Second question is, how do I increase international connections on LinkedIn? All right, let me tell you this. If you are coming for fall 21, or if you're coming for spring 22, even just put down in your LinkedIn bio that I am an incoming student to University of Texas Austin, for or just say incoming student to University of Texas, incoming graduate student to University of Texas. And then this will increase the chances of you getting noticed by the recruiters, getting noticed by the people who are in the US more, and it'll be easier for them to add you because they know that you're already in the US and not in some other country. Second thing which I want to tell you is about a software which I came across recently. It's called Lunch Club. I'm going to leave the link in description. What Lunch Club does is go sign up. It's going to give you some points and it's going to get you benefit. What Lunch Club does is it connects you with people in the same community as you are, and if you have a certain number of points, you will be able to choose who you want to talk to or which community you want to talk to. So I did a bunch of calls previously and I got connected to 2 3 people in Phoenix. One of the person was a mechanical engineer, one of the person was a computer science person in KPMG as analyst. She was working as analyst and the conversations was great. Even though you do not get complete benefit in terms of jobs here, it's a great way to break that monotony or get more confidence talking to people on video call, as we are doing Zoom calls more and more every day. It's just a great way for you to get get used to talking to American people. Go check it out. It's going to be in link in description. How do we make LinkedIn less trash and make it look less like Facebook? Simple as that. I'll show you my LinkedIn. It's also bad. It's not the best thing. For example, like this is a promoted post. Most of the post you will see here, it's education related. It's focused on people's career. I tend to not follow people who are posting things like Facebook. All you can do is like you can go here and I don't want to see this. As simple as that. Just put that I don't want to see this, and that's gonna eliminate or that's gonna help you reduce people who are posting. For example, I don't want to name names, but Jeanette here posts a lot about her blogs and daily life. I don't like that. I don't want to see this. I'm not interested in this topic and submit. This is going to eliminate and clean up my feed. What I want to see is people from construction industry, senior super from Wayne Brothers companies. What I have done is like, let's say you go to DPR construction and let me go to DPR as a company and I have a bunch of connections there. So if you'll go to like, if I'll go to 5 construction companies, the top construction company, I've added a lot of people and I like to see what they're talking about, what they're discussing, what they're thinking, so that it's easier for me to relate later. For example, all of these people, these are my connections. As simple as that. You decide who you want to be connections with. I know it can be tricky in the first, you can't really filter out, but it's going to help out later on. Get connections and then filter out what kind of content you want to see and what kind of content you do not want to see. Next question. How important is to keep an updated student LinkedIn account? It is as important as it sounds. Let's look at Raj's resume. Raj is a student from UC Berkeley. He is currently working in Microsoft. We did a resume workshop actually today morning when I'm filming this video on Sunday, and it was great. 200 plus people. We talked a lot about what you should avoid and what you shouldn't avoid on your resumes. It was fun. It was totally fun. If you go to Raj's resume, you will see on the top there's a hyperlink to his LinkedIn resume. Now everybody is looking at your resume digitally, so having a LinkedIn on the top is important. And once you're having a LinkedIn on the top, what is stopping the recruiter from going onto your LinkedIn and checking what you do, what you post, everything? So having a LinkedIn profile which is up to date, and you're just being active on it, because everybody can see what you're posting. For example, if you can see on my screen, right, I go to Michael Green's LinkedIn. I'm not even following or connecting with him, and I can see all of his activity, what he's liking, what he's sharing. So it's easy for them to judge you or to garner your taste. So it is really important if you're coming to the US. Next question. Does a good LinkedIn profile help with PhD applications? No, not necessarily. PhD applications are very academic focused. All that matters is your GPA, your master's thesis, the papers you have published, and your college application. LinkedIn is just an add-on. Even for your master's application, LinkedIn is not going to matter until unless you're going for, let's say, a management position. Then LinkedIn has some say, but it's like less than 5%. So I wouldn't be really worried about it. What they want to see is like what kind of work they do. They don't want to see how well you manage your social media. Number 6, before hopping on to our master's journey, how can we build a strong LinkedIn profile? Um, it's a funny question. Somebody's asking how I can build a strong LinkedIn profile. LinkedIn profile is a replica of your resume or your CV, right? So why I say resume or CV again and again, because CV is very academia focused, whereas a resume is very work focused. So you build your LinkedIn profile over the years. If you go to my LinkedIn profile right now, I have at least what I think a somewhat strong LinkedIn profile because I've worked for few years now. I've done a lot of other stuffs. I've studied in 3 countries, and that has all added up to my LinkedIn profile. So it's like you cannot build a great LinkedIn profile in a night. A great background already to support that. I posted like I'm a project engineer, intern, trainee, summer trainee, graduated from Purdue, graduated from AIT, went to Jönköping International Business School, and Proco certified volunteer content creator on YouTube. I've created all of these things, and that's how my LinkedIn profile is seemingly a little better now. Also, I've added like featured post here that I've given talks. I've put my resume here. I've also put my videos here that I help students with their LinkedIn doubts and stuff. So all of these things kind of add up and make my profile strong. So what you would want to do is like you want to gain skills and do more internships to build a stronger LinkedIn profile. Once you have all of these things to back up, LinkedIn profile is just, how Instagram is like. You post all those pictures, your work experience, and you're good to go. Number 7th, which is the best way to reach out to recruiters? Okay, if it's a recruiter and you're reaching out to check that you have applied for a job, what's the status on it? Or if you're reaching out to the recruiter to see that, hey, you're planning to apply for a job, he or she's going to tell you that, hey, just apply for the job. Like, doesn't matter, right? But what you want to do is like you should already go to their website, go to LinkedIn, or go to anywhere where you apply for jobs, apply for that job, and then come to them and then tell them like, this is the unique idea, this is the this is the position I applied for. Let's say I'm applying for project engineer position in Denver, Colorado. I'm gonna let that person know, hi, XYZ, I've applied to the project engineer position in your Denver, Colorado office. I would love to connect with you, and just let them know. Recruiters are kind of always looking for people, great people to hire. So it is okay if you just send them a connection after you have applied to a company. Second is if you just want to have them as a connection and you see like there's a senior recruiter from Tesla and you just want to have them as a connections, you can have them as a connection. That's not a problem at all. What you should do is like just text them, hey, I am a master's student at XYZ University. I would love to connect with you, or I would love to have you as my connection. Thank you. Just add a note. Again, they're always looking for more people, so she or he will be adding you right away. Number 8, how to write an effective headline that's short but to the point. Alright, there are a couple of components which you want to look at. Let's go to Apple as a company. So somebody asked me about this headline, like, hey, how do I create a great headline? If you look at these people, PM at Apple, entrepreneur, continuous learner, 3 lines, technical recruiter at Apple, vice president at Apple, University of Relations at Apple. Let's go to a company. I was looking at CBR or something, that company this morning, CBRE. Let's do real estate company. All 65,000 employees, associate at CBRE, vice president, development, investment, and travel crew company. A lot of people which you might follow are like people like, for example, this guy I've been following for a while, Yugansh. He's like, I can help you grow on LinkedIn. Ask me how. That's his focus. He might be working at a company that's his own startup, but he posts that because he wants to get more people to kind of follow him to become his connection. But if you're working in a company, for example, I have a second job as this YouTuber, so I help students grow in their career. I've written Purdue and I've written Wilming. Purdue is a bigger entity, so my chances of getting into other people's network is more if I write Purdue and I write Wilming Construction because that's a famous construction company. And then I put Phoenix, Arizona just as my location. So this helps if I'm sending somebody a request, it helps them to see what I'm doing, where I'm from, which company I'm currently working in. As simple as that. Is LinkedIn Premium worth the benefits? Alright, let me tell you what LinkedIn Premium kind of entails. What that 2,000 rupees or $30 gives you is LinkedIn Learning, first of all. At least I don't think it's worth it. I have LinkedIn Premium and that's why I can say that. I was getting a great deal on a year, so I just bought it off. But LinkedIn Premium gives you all of these things. You can actually get like 1 month of premium and go through a lot of these videos. These are not any videos which are different from what you would find on YouTube. Some of them are great. This is Adam Grant, Simon Sinek. These are actually interesting people. I would love to watch that video. But since you will be focusing on your job applications and applying to other companies, what you would want to see is like, all right, who is viewing my profile? 8,000 people viewed my profile in the past 90 days. Not as much, but I want to see who are the interesting views. And then LinkedIn Premium gives you some other benefits as well. There's no limit on how many people you can search in a day or how many people you can message in a day. I would say until unless you're connecting to 100 people a month, then only get LinkedIn Premium. But to spend that much money, it's a good investment. While I was looking for a job, I had LinkedIn Premium for 1 month for free and then 2 months additional. But if you're just starting off, do not get LinkedIn Premium right now. Kind of build off your profile, take your time, make connections without it. You should be fine. Number 10, how to start conversation with people on LinkedIn with whom you want to connect, network, learn, and get mentored from. Okay, so I have a few templates here. And the reason why I have these templates is because I want to tell you exactly what you should be typing down in the note. When you make somebody as a connection, let's say this Michael Green person, I'm going to do connect with this person and I'm going to add a note. Make sure you add a note. Adding a note is so much more important than you would think. Because when you add a note, hey Michael, I'm going to do it a simple way. Michael would love to have you as a connection. Simple. That's it. That's all I did. I have a simple filtering criteria of people. So whenever I'm adding people on my LinkedIn, if somebody has sent me a note, I will always add them. That's my thing. Like, all right, Ajinkya, I'll add you. It's like all these people didn't even take any effort to send in a note. Why should I be adding them? So here are the templates. If you're only adding a person as a connection and no transaction is happening, put down, hey, I'm XYZ studying at ABC University. I would love to have you in my network. That's it. Thanks. Second would be you want to have them as a connection and there is a transaction associated as well. You write, hey, I'm XYZ at ABC University. I'm currently in my first semester. Would love to have you in my professional network. I see that you work in custom home, which fascinates me. Would love to learn more about it. You can change this according to what the person does. Number 3, connection and desperately looking for a job. Take your chance there. Yeah, I'm XYZ at ABC University. I'm currently looking at your PQR position on your website or on your career page. I would love to get some insight on that position, or I would like to get some more insight on that position and tell you what I can contribute to the team. Tell them what you can contribute to the team. Don't tell them that you're this person and you can bring, like, you'll be a great fit. Tell them what you can contribute to the team. This message has higher chances of you getting that connection rather than you just sending them a request and saying like, or not even saying anything, just sending them a request. Now, number 4 is if you're looking for a mentorship from one of your seniors. I'm XYZ at ABC University. I'm studying in this right now. I'm studying this right now. I'm new to the industry and looking for a few mentors to talk to. I would love to pitch you some questions. Feel free to get me back whenever you want. Now, what you want to do is make it easy for these people. Type down the questions. Have it ready. As soon as they become your connection, send them like, hey, I have all these questions which I want to ask you. Send them a document. Here are 5 questions. See, when you are asking me a question, I don't like to like chit chat with people. So if you type down all the questions, it'll be so much easier for me to just reply to all of them in one go, rather than I'm typing an answer, then you're sending me another question. I'm typing an answer in 2 days. Send me a question, send me a doc, and tell me like, all right, these are the questions which I want you to answer. I'll be more happy then. How to search people from a certain field, says marketing, and approach them. Okay, let's go on LinkedIn. I don't know. Let's do architect, architect. Let's go for an architect firm. Gensler is a big architect firm. I would go to the company. This is Gensler. Gensler is a big architecture firm all around the world. I'm going to look at 6033 employees. And then what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to see all filters. I'm going to always do all filters. I'm going to see first and second because I have higher chances of getting replies from these guys as compared to others. Then I'm going to do, of course, United States. And I'm also going to do the location I'm looking for. I have more chances of getting connected with people who are already in Phoenix. So I'm going to do Phoenix, Arizona. Then I'm going to do current company as Gensler. And if there is school, I'm going to do Purdue or whatever school you are going to. And then I'm going to do show results. Okay, one person showed up. That's okay. If I move Phoenix, I think more people are going to show up. I'm going to remove Purdue and then see all these people. So these are all the people who are working at Gensler. What you would want to do is see what are the top companies for marketing and then start sending people. Do not make this mistake. A lot of people make this mistake. They're like, let's go connect with these folks. They go connect. Don't do that mistake. People talk within departments. People talk within companies. All these people are working in Phoenix, Arizona, senior. If I send them all 4 requests, they're going to know, oh, there's this Indian guy who's sending requests to all of us. So he's planning to get hired. It's not the ideal way. You would want to send requests to 1 person or 2 person or 3 person and then move to another firm and send requests to them. It's not as difficult as you would think to find people on LinkedIn. It's all the stalker habits you can get. Hey everyone, what's going on? So this video turned out to be too long, as much longer than what I thought it would turn out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rather pause right here and then upload the second part of the video maybe this week or the following week. Stay tuned for that. Subscribe to the channel so that you can get all the updates. Thanks for subscribing, and until then, we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.